Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Testing some ish out. Hmm. Hello. So, first things first, gonna get into this combat here. Make sure I'm ready. I've got some herbs, I've got my healing creams, I've got these food. Go ahead and couple these. Fill up my food meter. And let's see what I got. Iron swords, club, sledgehammer. To show you what I'm wearing. Let's see. Got this iron armor, iron shield, some basic stuff. Ring of Awakening, which protects against sleep, and a gold ring, which increases max HP by 10. These combats at this point in the game are still pretty easy, so I don't really expect it to be challenging. He's gone. He died a long time ago. But this ain't the time or the place to be talking about the past. Seems like the monsters ain't too happy about you breaking me out of their prison. They're on their way over to snatch me back. How about it, Nick? Are you ready to defend my honor? Yeah, let's do it. Nice one. By the way, I'm sure the lads have already warned you, but watch out for them dancing flames. We can't even touch them with the weapons we've got now. If you want to snuff them out, you've got to take down the Ledger Demon. Ledger Demon? Controlling them. Okay. Good advice. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt. We get down here. Triangle slashes. Oh, they're behind me. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Destroyed by my defense. I just made this cannon thing and forgot about it. Oh! Yeah, combat's pretty basic stuff. Skillful. At least, yeah, you have like a spin attack a la Zelda, but this stage of the game, which is really about halfway through the game. Nothing too complex, it's pretty accessible for casual people. Yeah, see, that was the combat. Oh, Dancing Flames. Wait, it's not over yet. Where's that ledger? I don't want them burning up my town, so I'm trying to get him to until that. There he is. Ow! Okay, definitely need a heal. These guys actually these NPCs in my town that have been recruited from are pretty powerful, but of course they can't hurt the fire elementals because they're invincible with physical damage. I only just recently got the ability to take them on quest with me. They normally just go around the village and they give you quests and stuff and advance the story, but now I can take them with me, which is really nice. Oh, crap. Control. Oh, this is where they're definitely helpful because they're get some DPS on this guy and taking his aggro too. That's over now. Oh, can I get you? I can't carry you now? Oh. Huh? I think they just get up on their own after a while. Maybe not until combat's over or something. I got this guy anyways. Remember to take. those who aren't familiar, the Dragon Quest series, it's all of its character design primarily from Akira Toriyama of Dragon Ball Z, etc. But a lot of his goofier designs go into the Dragon Quest series, so the monsters all kind of silly looking. The bosses can be pretty intimidating, but the average monsters like the slimes. So cool. That was a big story checkpoint, I think, in this particular world. This is actually the third world I've been in. This is the third town you have to build up. Each segment lasts about monsters can sneak in at night, so I gotta kill them before they start doing real damage. Okay, I talked to Barbella too. But yeah, this is the third town. This is coal and something or other. Each one takes you about between 10 and 20 hours, depending on your pace. This is the third one of 4, so it's potentially like an 80-hour long game, and then there's a creation mode called Terra Incognita, kind of just like Minecraft has creation mode. So Barbella says, thanks for helping us fight off those monsters, Nick. I owe you one. You want to know why the monsters are trying to get me? It's simple, really. They want me to spill the beans about Galileo's inventions. They want to get their hands on his secret weapons and make themselves even more powerful than they already are. There's only one way we can stop them. We've got to work out how to build those secret weapons ourselves and use them on them before they can use them on us. A new NPC. First thing we got to do is build something that can take them monsters we can't eat. What? Some kind of magic missile we could use to snuff out them dancing flames. Sounds great. Have you tried out that new teleportal yet? If I ain't mistaken, it'll take you to Gallenholm, where it's winter all year round. Seems like the best place to pick up some blocks of ice, don't you think? If we had some ice, we'd be able to build Galileo's patented dancing flame destroyer. Go on, get yourself over to Gallenholm and bring us back 10 big blocks of the stuff. Sounds good. Okay, so yeah, I got a new area to explore. Each town has its own area. In fact, the map is modeled after the first Dragon Warrior game. So they get a big, pressing start, you get a big overhead view here and you can go around. This is not all of it, this is just the immediate area. There's my town. Everything within the light, or that square, basically everything I built there, means that the NPCs can interact with it. So when you build a room, depending on what you put in the room, it can actually have a purpose. This one is the crude kitchen you see at the top left, because it's got a cooking pit and a light. Pretty much that's all it takes to make a kitchen. You can upgrade your cooking stuff later, but this is all I have right now for in this world. I store all my foods in here, which I'm gonna go ahead and make something with the steak I've got. And if you put items in here, then it'll count it for like your inventory when you want to craft stuff. So I just put my raw materials in here and I can go. We'll talk to him in a second, but first go in here. And I built pretty much all of this. It kind of like starts with some ruins, some rubble that you can build on, but so I made this room a little too cramped for the camera to really work in, but my forge, here's like a workbench, another crafting table here for general stuff, get your healing creams and what have you, your lights and your general armor, and mainly your low level stuff. You build better stuff with the forge and the welder's workbench. Ooh, I can make a brick barbecue, that's better than cook fire. So if I grab that cook fire, bring it in here, I can make a brick barbecue, which increases my recipe list for food. These signs will actually designate what a room is for in some cases. So if I put the inn sign in a room with a bunch of beds, and the NPCs will actually congregate there when they go to sleep. I'm not sure what a shop sign does because you don't buy anything in the game as far as I know. So yeah, this is my general workshop area here. I've got my inn, a couple of beds in here. And this was my personal room until Barbella kind of moved in. So I made her official room and started my new room over here, which I'm still kind of crafting, and I'm going to build something up on top of here too. This is my new room. It's kind of kinky, but it's called a treasure room right now because I haven't put a bed in it. But well, I have put a bed in it. I haven't made it a proper bedroom by adding more bedroom type stuff yet. It's not quite arbitrary, but I haven't figured out the rules it uses to determine what rooms are what. So let's talk to this guy. I crawled across the snowfield, swam across the ocean, and clambered over the mountains, all to find my way towards the Pillar of Light. But now that I have traced its source, I find nothing but a gang of masked musclemen. Oh, whoa. I have been lured into a den of depravity. Hold on a moment. You seem a little different to the others. Tell me, young man, what is this place? And who are you? A hideout from which to strike back at the monsters? What a wonderful idea! My name is Baird. There was a time that I called the icy wastes of Gallenholm my home. But now my home is here with you, Nick. I'm sure we shall spend many a happy hour together. Alright, cool. So he's new NPC. He'll give me quests. I'm probably about 5 hours into this one, so there's still plenty of quests to get in this particular world and city. Let's see. Story-wise, this game takes place in sort of like an alternate future from Dragon Warrior, which I haven't played, but as I understand, ends with the Dragon Lord, the villain, offering you to join forces with him, and naturally you refuse in Dragon Warrior and you fight him and kill him. But in this game, the idea is that he tricked you into joining him, and then he casts a spell on you, which makes you sleep for 100 years or something, during which his reign of darkness takes place, and he makes everybody forget how to build stuff. So when you wake up, you're the only person that knows. You're a legendary builder, the only person that knows how to build things, and it's kind of weird because it's very arbitrary in that rules, because they'll suggest things to you. They're like, I don't know how to build this, but do you know how to build a cannon? I think it's kind of like this, and then it'll add to your recipe list. So the story's pretty loose, really. It's just an excuse for the gameplay to happen. And this is the first place you go to in this world. There's a lot of there's a bit of mines over there. You can see that cave in the background. Troll over there, some crazy cactus over there, and all this stuff is like breakable and turns into materials. You can even break ground, you can dig down, you can fish the waters, you can gather materials from the enemies. My sledgehammer can't break this yet, I don't think. Oh, it can't. The first one you get can't break the mountains, but this one can. You can't break these. But after you kind of get the gist of, or the first area you're in, you start to get these teleportals, which send you to additional areas. So Barbella wants me to get ice from Gallenholm, and she says that there's a teleportal here somewhere. I don't see it, but it must be, maybe got dropped by an enemy. Or maybe I have to craft it? I don't know, I play this game off and on. So I can't always Yeah, okay, I know, I just thought you were telling me where that thing was. Oh, it's up in my inventory, I just didn't realize it. So... Here, grab. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of these trees too, because I need the wood from them, and they're distracting me. Making the town kind of hard to see. At first you're limited to whatever slots you have in your inventory right there, but eventually you build this giant crate, which lets you put stuff in it. I think basically unlimited items in it. You can always scroll over no matter how many items you get. So I wanted to pick up these seedlings. The plastic away for now. Plant these seedlings so there's more wood later when I'm looking for it. They take a day to grow. Yeah, on the top right you can see the way time works basically. Dave moved probably this way. And I'm gonna pick this person first, actually. This person to hear my tale of woe and worry. My bride-to-be, a lovely young lady by the name of Cecilia, remains in Gallen. We journeyed together in search of the source of the Pillar of Light, but were separated in a snowstorm. I so wish to be reunited with my love, but I fear that it cannot be. After all, this layer of loutish musclemen is no place for a fragile flower like her. Hart, you think Cecile would rather live alongside a bevy of bodybuilders than die alone in a snowfield? I hadn't thought about it like that. Very well then, the decision's made. I beg you, Nick. Just journey to Gallen home and bring back my bride-to-be. Oh, and why don't you take a few of those muscly fellows along with you? I'm sure they'll come in useful. I'm sure they will. Alright, but first I'm gonna go this. Wait for night to officially fall, just go sit down. Grab a couple of the NPCs and head to... Ooh. It's going to give me some backstory here. In form of a dream. I think these are memories from the Dragon Warrior games. Obviously, re-rendered in the new engine. At long last, one has come who will deliver me from my plight. Ah, 'tis like unto a dream. So thou art the hero of legend, the one chosen by benevolent Rubus to deliver this land from the Dragon Lord's clutches. Rubus is the god of this world, I guess. Why, I do believe thou art abundantly big enough to put the fiend to the sword. Tee-hee. May the goddess watch over thee always. A goddess, I should say. Rubus is a goddess. Well then, mighty... blank. Thou wilt, of course, escort me to my home, the palace? Oh, my beloved hero, I am so very happy. Moi. I don't know why it says blank. Maybe you're not supposed to be the same character as the hero of Dragon Warrior, but yeah, it seemed like a memory, yeah. But whether it was his own memory or somebody else's, Nick can't remember. I don't know why that needs to be a mystery, but I doubt it'll come to anything particularly fascinating. So, I'm gonna grab all three of these guys. Alright, so all here. I'm gonna sort out my inventory real quick. Got food to last me a while. Keep the earth. That away, that away, that away. Put the sconce away. Okay. That's good enough for now. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this actually, and maybe grab some more food just in case something happens. These people should do. Okay. So. Sword. And go to Gallen. teleportal took me to a lava-like place. And I think that's kind of this world's theme with fire and ice. It's like a Yeti over there. Really good. Like interrupted by the walk. These guys are invaluable. Hey. Yeah, when you get new materials, it lets you make. It shows you the recipes you can now make with that material. King size bed. That'll make a nice. Like every piece of cool furniture will improve the value of your town, which is your actual level of progression. Is how big your town is. So just like adding more sconces and pots and tables and nice stuff can actually help you level up and progress. As well as the music is fantastic. And this is not procedurally generated like Minecraft is. All the monsters and areas are crafted by the designers, so and that's the only way that the quest could really work, I suppose, but it's also, like I said, mapped after the first Dragon Quest game. Over here. This could be that guy's wife. What is? Okay, they got hung up on something back there. We'll get him in a minute. Get down here. You knuckleheads. Come on. Cubes? Alright, this is separated. lady, nighttime's not too dangerous, but more monsters do appear. My friend Bear and I set off several days ago to try to trace the source of a pillar of light we saw in the distance. But we became separated in a snowstorm. And when the blizzard cleared, he was gone. You know, Bear, you sent you here in search of his bride to be? I'm afraid there must be some mistake. Bear and I are just old friends. But still, I'm most grateful for your assistance. Honest to Cecile, I can't wait to see this hideout of yours. There's a lot of humor in the dialogue. Obviously, this is I heard quite a affairs here. Oh no. Get caught up on anything. Oh, my armor. I can use these chimera wings to just teleport back, but it's pretty close to where I started, so I'll just get back. Party when you get back. Oh, what? Get out of here, man. Alright, you can't go to sleep. Alright. Well, I gotta take a break for now, but I'll be back on probably later tonight to play some more if you're interested. I'll post about it again in the group, so until then, later.